This video was a request. If you have a video that you want to see, put it in the comments below.
This is war, pick your side, know your stance. This is war, no telling how the story ends.
This video opens on a scene in a futuristic time period and includes scenes from several different time periods, all of them showcasing warfare from their respective times.
This is war, no telling how the story ends.
Man, Atlus has an incredible voice for these kinds of hooks. Also, Luke's mind is being examined by these doctors with some kind of cool technology, while Atlus simultaneously examines a human skull, which is a cool little parallel that the video shows. He mentioned getting a vest, referring to a bulletproof vest, and then said that you should invest in protection, which is a nice little flip on the terms vest and invest. This scene specifically is pretty cool because it's a reenactment of D-Day in World War II, which was one of the bloodiest battles of the war. This line is a reference to Donald Trump killing Soleimani and creating a larger problem in the Middle East. Also, that beat drop was pretty great, and the beat overall is just dope. When Luke mentions radiation in the song, the video shows what looks like toxic gas, and the soldiers are all wearing gas masks, which is just a straightforward parallel between the lyrics and the video.
No, this ain't Tinder, but I swipe left at you with a knife and
When you swipe on Tinder, it means that you either like or dislike the person, depending on which direction you swipe, but he said that he swipes with his knife, or in other words, he attacks you. This whole section is basically just Luke's overcomplicated way of saying that him and Tech are going to spit fire on the track. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, Luke gets a very lyrical miracle in this song, where he says a bunch of words but none of them really contain a message, they're kinda just there to rhyme, so I'm taking a win back. This green filter is meant to show a night vision situation, and Luke is basically just trying to showcase every different battle scenario he possibly can. Since Luke is talking about war, he also mentions the economy, because war almost always has a massive effect on the economies of all the countries involved.
How could it not be? The apocalypse probably gotta be causing a lot of the death that we see when we turn on our screens every night and we're watching the news up on our TV.
I'm pretty sure that was a reference to the negativity of the mainstream media based on how he was talking about death in conjunction with the news, and I'm giving that a win because it's the closest he gets to actually delivering a message in this entire verse. Also, I haven't talked about this yet, but this shot has a pretty cool color palette that matches the futuristic vibe he's going for.
Torture these enemies given deformities, waterboard them till they orally tell us the stories.
He mentioned waterboarding your enemies until they tell you a story, which means that he tortures people until they give him the information he wants. Also, even though I'm very critical of the many random lyrics in this song, his rhyme schemes are undeniably complex and impressive.
Cold in my core feels like only in war do I ever find normalcy like on the beaches in Normandy.
He mentioned being cold to the core and only feeling normal in war, which is a reference to people who don't mentally feel normal unless they're in high pressure situations with potentially traumatic results. Also, when he said the beaches of Normandy, the video cut to the reenactment of D-Day, which was on the beaches of Normandy. We obviously see Luke and Tech in the foreground of this shot, but we also see Atlus in the background, and I think that this is Seppi, one of Luke's close friends.
I can smell the smoke from hellish right in the middle of us. Everybody wanna fight and they give no fucks.
The way Tech starts his verse with a bit of melodic rapping is pretty cool and also makes for a nice transition from Luke's delivery. This is the same outfit change that happened to Luke earlier in the video, so this is a cool little continuity between the two verses.
How did they storm the Capitol? It's a war in the back of your form, the horns attack them, torn the radicals.
This is a reference to the radical people who stormed the Capitol building after the election, which was a violent act that he's connecting with the theme of war in this song.
All the energy is separation, togetherness never was the motivation. Evil is really been sweeping the nation because there was never no communication.
These lines seem to be referencing a similar concept to what Luke mentioned earlier when he was talking about the negativity of the media. Here, Tech is talking about how the media seeks to divide people in order to sow conflict between different demographics.
In a world of believers, if Jesus wanna make you bleed, it's egregious.
This line mentions Jesus, who is a pacifist, and how his followers will get aggressive towards you when you don't agree with them, which completely contradicts the beliefs of the person they worship.
This is war. What are the fake well wishes for? Even the saints have sickness, rank fell vicious, banks will quick as war.
The layered vocals that Tech essentially yells at the end of each line give this section of his verse a pretty cool aesthetic compared to the rest of his delivery throughout the song. This scene is a representation of Luke and Tech being brainwashed by a scientist who is making them go to war, which fits in perfectly with their overall message that people are being manipulated into negativity and violence.
Jesus Christ, that's Jason Bourne.